Gavlik. Him and I got probably 100 trout off of one day back there. Him and I did.
Huh.
He was he was about 12 or 13. He could throw that mirror lure as good as anybody.
So let me get this right. That was the wreck at the 15, which was a shrimp boat called what?
Texas 14.
Texas 14. And your mate who set fire to them huts, what was his name again?
Lewis Raywald.
Lewis Raywald, and he worked for what family?
Moon family.
Okay.
Mullins family.
Mullins family. And the Old Iron Hill at the 39, that was that double tin shack that was owned by a car salesman.
I think he owned it, or might have had some partners.
Right, tell me about them Brahma bulls, them last 6 Brahma bulls.
They had 4 or 5 of it. Anyway, they couldn't catch it. And they got all them cattle with those bulls. And so some wetbacks come in there with horses, and they roped them and caught them.
Tell me that story of that Oogla bull.
Oh, old Cecil Gavlik now in his little Jeep. Was in the back road, the flat. One of them old bulls was laying down on the sand there. So we stopped to get a beer out of the box, and I had a red corduroy shirt. I took it and had a ooga ooga horn on that Jeep, and I hit it, ooga ooga. And here that old bull boy, he stomping in that ground, and I says, "Crank it up, Cecil." I jumped on the other side of it, and he finally got it started.
Did he? What about that night you were fishing and that bull come up behind you?
Oh, they scared me to death. I thought the booger man had me. I had a pair of coveralls on down there one night. And anyway, I had took them off and hung them on the outside mirror of my truck. I had that power wagon. And I got up in the middle of the night and go check my lines. And the wind had caught the coveralls on, and the arm was sticking out like that. I thought somebody was fixing to get me. Scared the hell out of me.
Another story I always remember about you was you telling me about that dog snapper you caught.
Oh,
you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Now, what happened to that? Tell me the story of that.
Well, there was myself, and I forget who else was with me. Oh, Jim Vesey was with me. He was an electrician.
Go on.
And anyway, about 1 o'clock in the morning, I heard one of them reels just a-singing. I jumped up, run down there. I had 4 rods out, and I cranked 3 of them in. Got a hold of that one, and they was dragging me all over the dang. And I back up, and I must have fell over every log on that island. And I got that thing, when I got him on the bank, I cranked down to him, and I started putting my hand in his gills and pick him up, but for some reason or other I didn't. I had a flashlight in my hand. Put that flashlight on him, he had teeth like a dog, scared the devil out of me. And I didn't know what it was. And I stopped at Lewis's. He said, "That's a Pargo snapper." Mm-hmm. He said, "That's a Mexico fish."
Wow, they're a good fish.
And here, in about a week, James Michaelcheck caught one. And I gave mine to I can't think of his name, Shorty Sismeyer.
What did you think, how long you been fishing that beach, Ralph?
Since 1960.
60. What do you think of the fishing? It's gone dead, and it last
Oh,
few
you
years.
used to blind man to catch fish.
Yeah, it was real good, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, you could go down there. Last bunch I got in, old Billy and I was down there. And anyway, well, we was at the 42. And we had 20 trout apiece and just a little bit. And I said, "Well, I'm going to come back in the morning." He said, "Oh, old man, you won't get up. You won't be able to get out of bed. I said, "You watch my smoke." I was waiting for him at 5 o'clock over there on the beach. Here he come, and those fish was still there. And then all of a sudden they quit. He kept on, let's move. I said, "Well, I ain't going far." Went out there, maybe a mile. Didn't do no good. I said, "I'm going back over there." And I had a deep running plug. I changed out, put one run deep. throwed out there, and there was fish that come in there and laid on the bottom.
Yeah.
Man, I'm like to jerk it out of my hand. And old Billy said, "How come I ain't catch one?" I had 8 or 9 on the bank. I said, "Well, you ain't got the same thing." Oh, yeah, I have too. I said, "No, look at my plug. Why didn't you tell me you changed?" And we loaded up again.
I always remember Billy telling me a story. He was fishing down near Mansfield, and you come flying along the beach, and you stopped and you said, "I found a hole and it's full of fish. I've loaded up on them. Come on!" And he told everyone to pile in his truck, and you shot back up the beach, and you went about 15 miles, and you got out the truck. He said, "I can't remember where it was." All right, let me kill this off. Anyhow, that's Ralph Wade, Texas surf legend. This is Nick away from Breakaway. We get some more information from Ralph on another time. Thank you, Ralph.